Welcome back to TMZ Live, and the video itself, not incredibly dramatic what we've seen it, but it is the final images of Gabby Petito, and she is sadly, I think, with her boyfriend at the time, Brian Laundrie, and this was really hours before they left to go to Bridger Teton Park, where her body was later discovered. So this was on August 27th. And surveillance video at a grocery store in Jackson, Wyoming.
What is striking about this is just how normal it feels. Two people walking into a store, and then you know something horrific is about to happen.
Right, and it does look normal, but because we do know what happened
before, with the fight.
Right before, where they'd gotten into a fight, an argument at a restaurant there in Jackson, and 2 weeks prior, where they'd gotten to the argument that was so bad that police showed up on the side of the road. Knowing all that and then seeing this video, I do see some things here that they're not communicating at all. There's clearly already tension between them, and then he walks around with his hands in his pocket the whole time. She's doing the shopping, but they never actually communicate. Yes, they're walking next to each other at some points, but it doesn't feel like they're a couple on a cross-country trip having a good time, right? This feels like, I don't know what was going on between them. Obviously, we know that they had already had two big fights that we know of. So they leave this, when they leave the grocery store, they drive up the highway that goes into the park.
And that's the last we saw of Gabby Petito.
And that's it.
So, let's bring in somebody who was involved in the search for Brian Laundrie.
Brian Laundrie, right.
Who knows a thing or two about all of this.
Right, would know some things about Brian. I'm curious to hear what he sees in this video. And we also want to talk about something we've touched on with Jeffrey Dahmer. And clearly it has happened with Brian Laundrie as well, because there have been TV movies.
The fascination with horrific crimes.
Exactly. So joining us right now, a man who hunts down some really bad people, and that is Dog Chapman. Dog, the bounty hunter. Welcome back to TMZ Live. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing? Thank you very much.
We're good. I'm curious. What do you make, if anything, of this pretty ordinary video? Although Charles seems to see things in it that suggest it might be a little foreboding.
Well, I agree with Charles. I see that they were not, getting along too much right there, not holding hands. He goes his way, she goes hers. I want to maybe look more at the parking area. Was there other spots open when he pulled in, or was that the only spot? Why did he pull so far back there? But, that's very sad. I lost a daughter, and I have video just before she passed. So this is really, really sad
for her family to see that and know this was the last time.
You have had enormous success on television with your reality show. You hunt down bad guys for a living. I'm wondering what your reaction is to this kind of spate of these streaming shows about serial killers that people are just gravitating to. I mean, we've been doing stories this week on our website that people are dressing up like Jeffrey Dahmer for Halloween because of the Netflix series. I'm wondering how that lands with you, that it's almost glorifying some of the worst killers in America. What are your thoughts?
Well, it absolutely is. I arrested a guy 10 years ago that had every single serial killer tatted on his body. And he had, believe this or not, little plastic horns about 1/4 of an inch surgically implanted in his skull. Crazy killer, okay? So though that kind of killing stuff, it's Freddie and, guys like that. Now, Jeffrey Dahmer, it's kind of where people are going right now. Crime pays now. So, the bad guy looks better and better all the time.
It's, it's like you said, something we've seen. And even as we're talking about Gabby's case, that there's already been a TV movie made and aired about that case. So there's obviously a lot of attention being paid to this. Dog, I know you're in Florida now, right? And I heard you have started a new foundation.
Yes, sir.
Trying to help some victims of particular crimes.
Yes, so we started noticing that we could help the victims of sex crimes. Now, that's including little boys, okay? Believe it or not, they're grabbing little kids and doing that. So we're giving them counseling. We're putting them in a house. We're, babysitting them for a small time to get them back into society. We've got a thing on dogthebountyhunter.com. It's a Christmas pop-up, but we're taking most of the money we make there. And I'm putting my own money in. I need some help to be able to do this. So I think that's the calling that Francie and I have right now. And, thank you for letting me mention that, you guys.
It's important work you guys are doing there. And if people want to get involved, they can check out more information on your website. Dog, we appreciate you being with us to talk about this new video and to hear about your foundation.
Thank you, Doc. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.